This is 757 Saturday Sports Talk with Matt Hatfield and Coach Ed Young on ESPN Radio 94.1.
Boy, it's been a jam-packed show from Norm Wood of the Daily Press to Rick Doc Walker of the Washington football team, Super Bowl champ, with Coach Charles Hatcher of Sports Inside and Out, the callers, the listeners, the tweeters out there. And can't forget about Dino, Franza, the side last, my cohort to Coach Ed Young. I am Matt Hatfield. If you missed any of it, it'll be up on the podcast page later for you to listen to at ESPNRadio941.com. This is 757 Saturday Sports Talk, powered by Larry King Law. You call 757-595-8100 for Larry King, and LarryKingLaw.com is the website for you to peruse. Two house cleaning basketball notes we forgot earlier in the show, Ed. Congrats to Ahmad Caver, former Old Dominion Monarch. He is signed with the Memphis Grizzlies. How about that?
All right. Congratulations, Ahmad.
Chance to maybe make the roster there, Ed, for Memphis there in the NBA. And how about this young man? I don't know if you ever played him when you were at Nansemond River, and he was playing at either Menchville or Walsingham, where he graduated. Played for two great coaches there, Billy Barnes and Dennis Katufas. About 1,000 wins just about between those two guys. Richard Washington, who originally went to Wake Forest, now at San Jose State, scored 38 points in San Jose's opener, tied for third most in program history and the second most in D1 so far. So good job for Rich there, going from Wake to San Jose State. Don't see that too often for kids from here, but doing it up big there as they beat the Fresno Pacific Sunbirds in their opener.
That's good. I think you might score 38 against that team. But I'll tell you, Rich Washington is
a good jumper in the corner. Don't underestimate me now.
Yeah, you do.
Right.
The corner of the gym. I coached against Richard when he was a youngster at Menchville, and summer league game when he's at Walsingham. I think he dropped 24 on us, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he was a handful.
Hey, Keontae Johnson being taken to a local hospital for further evaluation. That's according to the Florida Gators men's basketball Twitter account just a few minutes ago. So, again, thoughts and prayers. If you missed it from earlier in the show, he collapsed on the court during the Gators' early morning basketball game today with Florida State, their in-state rival there. So, sending our best to the Norview High School former player who also finished up in our state at Oak Hill Academy and started for the Boo Williams travel team. All right, it's time for the Pick 3 selections in the NFL, league where they play for pay. It's Week 14. Play for pay, I should say. I'm 23-14-2 against the spread here. 0-3 last week. Ed is 18-21. He went 2-1 last week. He shall go first if he wishes, but Dino Franza now a game back of 500. He's won his last two dogs, woof woof, to get to 6-7. So will you go first, Ed, or will you let Dino go first?
We'll defer to Dino. I will kick off. I will receive in the second half.
All right.
He's deferring again. I should have known it from the coach. All right, I'm going to go with a home dog here, getting a touchdown. That's right. They are a 7-point home dog. I'm taking the Miami Dolphins. Not chopped liver. They are 8-4. I know the Chiefs are 11-1, but the Dolphins are fighting for playoff spot here. I like the Dolphins getting the points at home tomorrow. Give me Miami +7.
You know what's interesting about this game, I thought Miami might actually have a chance to spring the upset here. This is, Kansas City hasn't looked exactly super sharp the last few weeks. They didn't play all that inspiring against Denver in prime time. They were actually, in some respects, I wouldn't say lucky to win, but you feel like they're just kind of coasting in a way. They're due to get picked off here at some point.
It could be. They're away from home. Watch out. Miami is they're a better team than everybody gives them credit for. Really good defense.
They are good defensively. In fact, they are, I believe, second in the league in fewest points allowed per game. Only the Pittsburgh Steelers giving up less at 17.6. The Dolphins at 17.7. So Dino's dog, Miami +7 against Kansas City at home. Maybe even pull the outright upset. You never know. They need it for playoff positioning, that's for sure, to boost their chances of getting in there. Nice turnaround for them. All right, Ed, you're up first, and I'll take 2. Then you'll take 2 to conclude, and I'll take the last one in our pick 3 against the number. What do you got first?
Well, I was looking hard at that Kansas City game, but for the other reason of winning. I'm going to step away from it now and jump on the Green Bay Packers getting a -8 at Detroit. I'm taking Green Bay.
That was the first game on my sheet here, Dino. Can you believe this guy? He literally does this all the time, taking Raven Green of First Colonial High and JMU fame, and also taking Aaron Rodgers, who would you not say is the MVP right now, or are you a Mahomes guy right now, Ed? Who's your MVP?
I like Mahomes.
It's 1A, 1B, honestly. They're both right there. All right, you're going Green Bay -8 first, so I have to make an in-game adjustment here. You know what? I'm going to go with an over-under, which has bit me badly in the butt the last few weeks. There's a number that, matter of fact, I took the over in the Saints last week. Didn't work for me. 43 is the total for New Orleans at Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, first start. Offensive line, a total mess. I know they got Travis Fulgham at wide receiver. I'm not sure if Hurts, the Alabama former quarterback, who did go to Oklahoma as well, can even find the former Monarch. I think the Saints have a very good defense right now. They've been top 3 in numerous categories. They've been playing outstanding football here. I know they got Taysom Hill in for Drew Brees, but I think it'll be a lower scoring win for them on the road. 7.5 is a lot for them as a road favorite, but give me under 43. It was 42.5. I'm showing 43 now on Vegas Insider for the Saints.
Yep, 43.
And the Eagles. That's pick number 1. Pick number 2 here, I got to get it Ed here, Dino, and this is one I think you might have even considered as your dog if you didn't take Miami. The Las Vegas Raiders, who you never know what team's showing up. The team that could almost beat the Chiefs twice, the team that should have lost to the Jets last week if they weren't, playing, cover 0, or the team that got boat raced by Atlanta. I think they know this is their season here. This is a must-win situation deal at home against the Indianapolis Colts, who are 8-4 on the year. I think Phillip Rivers will have trouble to keep up in a shootout. This might be over 52, by the way. Give me the Raiders getting 3 at home for the outright victory as a dog. So Vegas +3, under 43, Saints, Eagles. You're up for 2, Ed.
I'm taking, this is a game I didn't want to touch, but I'm going to because of its interesting intrigue. Andy Dalton against his old team. Dallas -3.5 over Cincinnati.
You're taking the Cowboys.
I'm taking Cowboys. I think only the second time all year I went with them because the first time I took them, they got smacked.
All right, 1 minute.
Hurry up, Ed.
Okay, give me the second one. I'm going New Orleans -7 at Philly.
7 or 7.5? What do you got?
I got
there?
7.
We give it to him? I guess we will.
Give it to him.
All right.
Thank you.
And my last pick, give me the Buffalo Bills. Nobody circles the wagons like Mr. McDermott. Tremaine Edmonds and the Bills at home against Tomlin. I'm going Buffalo -2 on Sunday night to beat Pittsburgh. So the picks, Bills, Vegas, and under in the Eagles, Saints for me. Packers, Cowboys, Saints for Ed. Dino's got the Dolphins +7. That'll do it for 757 Saturday Sports Talk. Thanks again. Best wishes to Keontae Johnson. We'll do it next week right here on your home for sports. Whether it's pro, college, or high school, local flavor, we have you covered right here all the time on ESPN Radio 94.1.